Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob's Nerdy Knives. We got another unboxing, something coming in from Fredthelug. This is the last of a 6-part series of super crazy awesome knives. I'm opening the 6th knife in this pouch now. Alright, this is a real privilege to be able to have opened all these knives. This is going to be the 6th one, so without further ado, let's get to it. So if you weren't familiar, we first opened the Tasca Tools super premium version right here with this beautiful zircon tie and just ridiculously pimped out knife. By the way, these guys are going to be at Blade Show, Texas. Hopefully I get a chance to interview them. Then we had a chance to check out the Simeon Custom. I believe this was the, I can't remember which one this was called, but that was the Simeon Custom. Then we had a chance to check out the Peter Recenti, the Snafu Full Custom. That was pretty amazing. And then we had a chance to check out the I think this is the Mini G, and I think the Mini G is who's the one that makes this one? Is it O'Donnell, Sean O'Connell, the Mini G, I think it is. I believe it's Magna Cut. That was an interesting knife right there. And then the last one that we checked out is this guy right here. This is the Birch Tree Blade Works. Yeah. So this is the Michael Birch from Birch Tree Blade Works, I believe, in the Dama steel. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. So pretty amazing little knife here. And so now we're going to the last one, which I believe is a Guthrie design. So let's see what this is about. All right, so this is a Guthrie design. I'm not sure who the gentleman is, but Guthrie JG. This is called a Scout, and it's Dama steel, 61 HRC, purple G10 scales, integral lock, and I think it's a GTI lock. I don't know. So we'll take a look at that here. Beautiful clip right there. Nice. Got nice flexibility. Little tie mask is going on there. This is the G10. We got the purple single thumb stud. I'm not a big fan of single thumb studs. We're almost centered. We're off to the left just a slight bit. It's not quite dead nut centered, but it's okay. It's a little, I mean, my OCD sees it, so, and I'm not going to touch somebody else's knife. And this is a beautiful, I believe this is Dama steel. I don't know what pattern this is. It's kind of an interesting pattern. It's kind of flow left and right. Interesting little pivot. I'm assuming that's a captive pivot and that's a screw. And we have 1, 2. Now, are these screws or these? Oh, these are Allen wrenches. I don't think they're torque. Hold on. Are they torque or are they Allen wrenches? Yeah, I think they're Allen wrenches. Interesting. And I think that's an Allen wrench too, or at least it's supposed to be. So interesting. Different hardware. Sometimes people like to use proprietary hardware like that. It's a very unique pattern. It kind of flows back and forth a bit. Really sharp on the edge up here. That always blows me away. This is a custom knife, and some of the touches that I expect in a custom knife aren't always there. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know the super uber custom world, and maybe those knives are just bought because people like the way they look and they're safe queens and no one ever carries them, so they don't care about those finishes. But any knife that I would ever have like this would absolutely be a carry, and this would totally be eliminated from being a purchased knife. I do not like the finishes. I can tell you already, but we'll talk about it. It is purple G10. It's an integral lock, which it looks like it's no steel over travel stop. So it appears to be, yeah, it's carbidized. Must be phosphor bronze washers. Yeah, phosphor bronze washers. Not quite centered. Boy, that lock bar is really stiff. I'm not sure I'm a fan of that. That is a really stiff, sharp edge there. Not a fan of that. Sharp edge there. Not a fan of that. Sharp edges there. Not a fan of that. Sharp edges on that. Not a fan of that. Sharp edges all the way up here. Not a fan of any of those. Really sharp over here. Very disappointing. Not a fan of that. I don't know what what this costs. It's honestly, I'm gonna totally, I hope I don't insult you, Fred, but I gotta tell you, this feels like a $400 knife at best. It feels like a $400 prototype, and I'm sure it's something super expensive because I know you have some expensive stuff, but I'm really not impressed with this one. Yeah, I would never. Yeah. I would have to say this is the most disappointing one of all of them, because the finish, the amount of missed finishes on this one is just really over the top for me. I don't care for it. I mean, yeah, cool Domesteel G10, you know, Zircotite clip. I mean, this is Alambic Customs. You know, they do this. All it is like a standoff on top of a clip, not really anything revolutionary. But man, there's just so many sharp edges everywhere. I don't like that. Not even a little chamfer here. Boy, that's sharp there. It's really uncomfortable. Hot spots here, 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 here. It is super uncomfortable for me. Could be just the size of my hands, but I don't care for it. Looks like the tip got rounded a little bit, so I don't know if you sharpened this, Fred, or your son, Hayden, but I will say the tip was rounded, whoever sharpened this. So if you got it like that from him, he really rounded the tip. That's a bummer. It's got a swedge, but super crazy sharp. Yeah, I am. I'm trying to be graceful and gracious because I'm really honored to be able to check it out, but this one is really not my cup of tea. So let's look at the Domesteel. Maybe, you know, if you're just a Domesteel fan, this is a beautiful piece of Domesteel, and it is nicely centered, so that's cool. Wow, that is crazy sharp. Ooh, that just about cut me. Ooh, okay. Crazy sharp on the thumb studs too. Interesting. All right, and here's the G10 with the speed holes. Really sharp right there. Kind of sharp there. I mean, the nice thing about G10 is I could file that and fix it, but it's a custom. And I believe Fred's rule is you don't ever modify a custom. But if I had bought this, I mean, there'd be about 15 things I would try to fix on this thing, right? I would even try to fix this clip, and then I would re-anodize it with heat. It's already got scratches, so to me, it's like that's just an opportunity to redo it. But yeah, the speed holes, they're really sharp there too. Just surprised there's no softening of any of these edges. The inside edge is really, I don't know. Okay, over here, this edge is really sharp around here. Nothing rounded. The inside edge here is just really sharp all the way around here, especially right here. It's really pokey, right? Really pokey back here, pokey back here. This jimping is way overly aggressive. It locks you in, but boy, it will cut you, man. If I slide left and right, it's going to cut my hand. I don't care for that. Single thumb stud, I've never been a fan, especially with sharp edges. This feels like the ProTech, the really big thumb studs that were on the Integrity, and I made a comment to them. I said it was really sharp, and they decided they were going to start tumbling them because they had a lot of complaints about them being really, really sharp. And this is that. It is just crazy sharp. I don't care for that. Really sharp over here. Now, what I'm talking about, you can see it can scrape the nails. I mean, we're scraping nails. I don't know what to say to that. Okay, I mean, it's just okay. And yeah, all right. So anyways, Domesteel, you know, thumb stud, I guess. No weight relief. I'm sure this is all hand milled, hand done, and if it is, why not use a sand wheel and do some touches on this thing. I don't understand if this is. I hope this knife is not more than $600. Well, with the Damascus steel USA made, I hope it's not more than $800. I still think that's way too high. I mean, honestly, but I hope it's not more than that. I'm sure it is, but I don't know. Wow. Okay, and then this right here. Really, really sharp, super, super uncomfortable right there. Yeah, okay. If it's purple, I don't know if that's, I'm going to guess that's Damascus. I don't see any black in there, so I don't think it's Zircotite, but I could be wrong. interesting. All right, let's close this again. Oh, that is just real uncomfortable. I don't want to open and close this at all a lot. Let's see, can we? No. It closes. It's not real buttery smooth. Is this? It feels like phosphor bronze washers. Let's look. Is it phosphor bronze? Come on, focus. Yeah, it looks like phosphor bronze washers. Okay. All right. There you go. That's what it is. It is a knife. It is the Guthrie JG Scout. Interesting. You know, sometimes you get to check out a custom knife and you go, wow, that's really nice. Like a whole Blade Works. Got a chance to handle that at Blade Show, Texas, and I was like, I got to get one, and I did. Got a chance to handle an Oz, and I got a chance to handle that. I love that. The Edgar and Cole was phenomenal. Got a chance to handle that, and that was amazing. I'm glad I got a chance to check this out, because I would never want to buy one unless this is a brand new knife maker and he's just learning how to do stuff. That's my only other thing is I'm guessing maybe they're a brand new knife maker. Maybe they don't know about finishes and stuff like that. So, and interesting. I mean, you know, after you handle an Edgar Cole to full custom, I mean, you know, that's like a $4,000 or $5,000 knife. I got to tell you that was the perfection of execution, and every detail was absolutely nailed. I don't understand why. And you only have one way to open. Can you middle finger flick? Well, you can middle finger reverse flick it, so I guess that's possible. I mean, you got a little bonus there. Now let's see, can you do it over here? No, because you're pushing on the scale. So, but you can, yeah, you can use the thumb stud. Okay. All right, that's the knife. I don't really know what else to say. We'll do some measurements because I'm not going to review this knife. I no desire whatsoever to review this knife. And it's a custom. I'm assuming this is like some full custom. Probably, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a $2,000 knife. I wouldn't pay it. 3.2 ounces. Okay, there you go. It's not too heavy because of the G10, I guess. All right, what's our weight, length on this guy? So we're dealing with a knife that is just shy of 7.5 inches. So I would say 7 7/16, right? And then the handle grip area is about 4 inches. The blade length is going to be about 3 3/8, and then the cutting length is going to be 3 1/8. So there you go. Man, that is so uncomfortable. I do not like working that lock bar. Call it integral, call it whatever you want to call it. It's a poorly executed lock bar. All right, so 195 thousandths of an inch, or 119 thousandths of an inch. So it's average, the average distance, you know, average blade length or blade thickness of a knife. Man, that is sharp too. That's already starting to rip me. And that's what I didn't like about the ProTech Integrity. I think the Integrity, because of the thumb studs first 2 knives experience, I was done with it. I felt like ProTech really dropped the ball on that one, and it kind of ruined it for me. And I don't have any desire whatsoever to get another Integrity. I mean, I even let them know about it and I asked, and they were like, well, we felt like that's how it should be, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, well, I think it's terrible. And finally get a response back saying that, yeah, we're going to change that. But, you know, after I bought 2 knives, and it's just really disappointing. So, I mean, if you're not going to say, hey, that's a great idea, let's work on it, or we'll definitely look at it and consider it, or, you know, that's fine. That tells me you don't really care about the customer. You don't care about people's experience. So you're going to do what you're going to do, right? Until the bottom dollar comes back at you and people say, I just don't want to buy it because it's just so uncomfortable. And then maybe you'll fix it. So I guess that's what it comes down to. And maybe this guy, maybe everybody just loves this stuff and they don't care. They don't care about any of these details. So I know this I'm just jumping all over this one. I'm sorry. If anybody's a big, huge fan of this guy, I hope his other work is better, or if this is some new guy, I don't care for it. I don't care for it. So that's it. Is it recommended? Absolutely not. If you're going to be looking for a custom knife maker, would I ever consider this guy? Never. No, not at all. Nope. Not ever. I wouldn't. Just knowing the gentleman now, knowing Guthrie Designs and Knives, I would have zero desire to buy one of his knives. I don't care. There's no way in heck I would have to handle it and hold it, and then if it was better than this, I would have to think it got modded afterwards or something, because this feels like maybe this is a prototype. I don't know. I really don't know. Does it say anything on the inside? Man, that milling is really rough. Yeah, I'm guarantee you someone's going to tell me this is all hand milled by hand, and I'm like, that's cool. Learn how to buff edges and stuff if you're going to do hand milled. I mean, if you can do all the milling by hand, then you can do the touches by hand. I mean, I do all the touches on my knives by hand. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so frustrated, but I have to look this up. I have to figure out what this guy costs. Okay, so I looked this up. I'm going to guess this is anywhere from $1,100 to $2,500. I can't recommend that. All right, that's my thoughts, my honest to goodness thoughts on this. I don't know what else to tell you. Fred, appreciate you letting me check it out. I'm sorry, I'm really not a fan of this one at all in the slightest. So just feels like a really, really, really incomplete knife, in my opinion. All right, if you found this content interesting, maybe annoying, and maybe if you own one of these, you're probably annoyed at me. But if you were thinking of buying one and this was helpful, maybe it was helpful. Anyways, if you found this interesting, helpful, entertaining, whatever, would you please consider hitting the like button down below? And if you've already hit that like button, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button. Subscribing and liking the channel really does help out, allows me to produce more content, do more things, ultimately more things for you guys. So thank you to everyone who watches the videos, enjoys the content, is part of the live stream. I sure do appreciate you. Thank you so very much. If you haven't already, maybe consider hitting that notification button as well, so you can be notified of future content like this and other videos. And a big shout out to my channel members. I appreciate you do two amazing things. You encourage me by your membership, so thank you. And because of your generous support through your memberships, you allow me to do things sooner, and the channel to do things sooner than I ever thought I could. So we could do once a week budget banger giveaways. I know people have been giving knives, so that's great, but I still have to cover the cost of shipping. I buy many other knives, and so I'm just grateful for that. You're a really huge part of that. Be able to check out knives like this. This one, you know, I'm just really grateful I can give this back to Fred at Texas Blade Show. I don't have to ship it, because I feel like it would frustrate me to have to spend $50-$60 to ship a knife like this, and that would cost me more than all the videos put together and any income I could possibly make from it. So anyways, appreciate you guys so very much. So if you members, appreciate you. Thank you. I want to do two things for you. One, brand new channel members, if you would email me your name and address and tell me, hey, I'm a brand new channel member, I'd love to mail you a channel sticker and send you a thank you note. Want to still do that while I can. Secondly, if you're a channel member, you're eligible for the once a month members exclusive giveaway. So each week we do a budget banger giveaway, but that 1 week in a month there'll be two giveaways. Members, you're eligible for both, and you could win both. And I try to make sure the members giveaway is something a little bit nicer than the budget banger giveaway, something you would enjoy winning as a prize or giving as a gift. If that sounds interesting, there's a link down below in the description how to become a member. I have 3 different tiers. Would love to have you. Really be honored. But please don't feel pressured to do it. Don't do it if you feel that. But if you do choose to do so, thank you. Thank you so very much. Some of you guys are going to say, well, what about the emojis? What about the exclusive content? What about the shout outs, the kazoo salutes, and what about the anniversary? Yeah, all that stuff is true. I have extra stuff just for you members, just to let you know how much I appreciate you. Never enough, but it's another way just to say thank you. So appreciate you. All right. If you haven't already, maybe also, and thanks for watching the video so far, but if you haven't already, I do have an Instagram account. Maybe check me out over there at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram, and robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.